Hi students, today we shall discuss chapter 5, that is triangles. Okay, so before going to the actual concept of this chapter, so let us discuss about triangle. So triangle means a shape with three sides in a plane. Okay, so it has three vertices. Okay, these three corners are called vertices of triangle, and these three lines what you see are called sides of triangle. Okay, and also here the A, angle B, angle C. So these three are angles of triangles. Okay, so angle A, angle B, and angle C. So the formula to find area of triangle is half into base into height. Right. Similarly, perimeter is A plus B plus C. So that is small a, small b, small c. So okay, sides of triangle. Okay, now we shall discuss congruence of triangle, the actual concept. The congruence of triangles means when do we say that two triangles or three triangles are congruent. Okay, so the word congruent figures. So congruent figure, example for congruent figures are like two passport size photos or two ATM cards. Okay, so and two 1 rupee coins. Okay, those are example for congruent figures. So it means shape and size are both the same. Okay, so two figures or diagrams are said to be congruent if their shape and size is always same. Okay, so that is the actual meaning of congruence of triangle. You can see here some examples. Two squares, so with side length same. Okay, so these two squares are called congruent squares. So similarly, if you consider this diagram, so here you can see all these shapes are squares, but their sides is of different size. Okay, they are of different size, so therefore these diagrams are not congruent. I think you can see first one and last one, they look like same. So if you measure using the scale, if their sides is equal, then they are congruent. Okay, congruent means same shape and the same size. Okay, so that is the meaning of congruent. Now suppose if I consider triangles, then two triangles are said to be congruence. The first condition is, you can see here the ABC triangle is given. So with the length, sides 5 centimeter, 4 centimeter, and 4.5 centimeter. The second triangle, if you consider RPQ, here also the sides are 5 centimeter, 4 centimeter, and 4.5 centimeter. If you cut these two triangles, okay, using the scissors, if you cut and put one on another, okay, then definitely they overlap. Sides will overlap and they look like only one triangle if you keep one triangle on another triangle. Okay, so such shapes are called congruent shapes. So these two are congruent triangles. Suppose if you consider this triangle here, you can see that 5, 5, 5, all are 5 centimeter, but here, so this is different. If you cut these two triangles and keep one on another, they will not match. Okay, all the sides will not overlap. So definitely there will be some extra portion. So these two are not congruent triangles. Okay, but definitely this one and this one, so all these first four diagrams are congruent to each other. So in the congruent triangle, if you consider these two examples, you can see here 4.5 centimeter, 4.5 centimeter. So that means these two are equal. Okay, similarly 4 centimeter and 4 centimeter, these two are equal, and 5 centimeter and 5 centimeter these two are equal. So therefore corresponding sides, so what are the corresponding sides? AB is corresponding to PQ, okay, and AC correspond to RP or PR. Similarly BC corresponds to RQ. So therefore we say that corresponding sides are equal. If the corresponding sides are equal, then those two triangles are congruent triangles. And also if all the three sides are corresponding sides are equal, then their corresponding angles will also be equal. Okay, if this angle is 60 degree, then in between 4.5 and 4.5 and 4, so this angle, okay, these two angles will be equal. So therefore all corresponding angles will be equal. If 60, 30 and 90, then here also we are going to get 60, 30, 90, all the three angles, corresponding angles equal. Okay, so those corresponding parts are called corresponding parts of congruent triangles, like this. That is, congruent triangles corresponding parts are equal. So that we write CPCT, which means corresponding parts of congruent triangles. So if two triangles are congruent, then their corresponding parts, that is sides and angles, are equal. So that is the meaning of CPCT. Now we shall discuss some criteria for congruence of triangles. So criteria for congruence of triangles means what are the conditions that two triangles should have in order to tell them that they are congruent to each other. Okay, so that is about criteria for congruence of triangles. First, let us discuss axiom, that is SAS congruence rule. So SAS means side, angle, side, congruence rule. Okay, so when we can say that two triangles are congruent, so here it is, two triangles are congruent if two sides and the included angle of one triangle are equal to the two sides and the included angle of the other triangle. Okay, here you can see the diagram. So whenever you consider two triangles, so here you can see 2 centimeter, 2 centimeter, 4 centimeter, 4 centimeter, and included angle means, so in between 2 centimeter and 4 centimeter, so that is 50 degree. Here also in between 2 centimeter and 4 centimeter, so included, this angle is included angle for PQ and QR. Okay, so that is the meaning of included angle. So 50 degree. So if these two sides and angle are equal to another triangles, okay, then we can say that these two triangles are congruent triangles. That means this side, another side will also be equal. Also these two angles here and here, what do you see, angle P and angle R will be equal to angle A and angle C. So therefore these will be congruent triangles. That is the meaning of SAS congruence rule. Okay, so please write down this statement, and also you can draw this diagram after the definition. Okay, you should also know that SAS congruence rule holds. Okay, we discussed SAS just now, but not ASS or SSA rule. So ASS means angle, side, angle, side. This is side, side, angle. Okay, so that is, so whenever you consider two triangles ABC and PQR, just now we discussed that if two sides, if these two sides are equal and including angle are equal, that becomes SAS. Okay, angle becomes included angle in between S and S. Okay, so then only it is true, we can say that two triangles are congruent. So if it is ASS means angle, side, side. So in this case, if I consider angle, side, side, if these two angles are equal and these two corresponding sides are equal, then we cannot say that these two triangles are congruent. Okay, that is the meaning of ASS. So angle should be in between two sides. It cannot be so other than this angle, either this or this. Okay, so similarly SSA rule. So SSA or SSA. So if I consider like that, then also these two we cannot say that these two triangles are congruent triangles. Only in case of SAS, that you have to remember, two sides and always included angle. After SAS congruence rule, you can note this one. Okay, so you have to write this in your notebook. SAS congruence rule holds, but not ASS or SSA rule. Okay, next we shall discuss theorem 5.1, ASA congruence rule. So what does this theorem say? So you can see here, two triangles are congruent if two angles and the included side of one triangle are equal to two angles and the included side of other angle. Okay, ASA congruence rule. So angle, side, angle. So whenever you consider two triangles, so we can say these two triangles are congruent if one angle and a side and another angle. You can see here angle and included side. Okay, if this may be another angle, okay, different angle, and this side are equal to angle and more angle and included side of another triangle, then we can say that these two triangles are congruent. Okay, so I repeat, so in two triangles, if angle, side and angle are equal to corresponding angle, two angles and a side are equal, then these two triangles are congruent triangles. So that is the meaning of ASA congruence rule. Also you should know that this ASA congruence also holds good if we consider AAS, that is angle angle, side need not be included. Okay, so in that case also we can say that they are congruent to each other. That is, so if we consider two angles, okay, so these two angles, if these two angles are equal, and then this side not included, okay, not included to these two angles, included side is this one. Okay, so we will not consider this side. If these two angles are equal and this side is equal, then also we can say that these two are congruent triangle, that is angle angle side, or it may be SAA, anything. Okay, so this is the condition for ASA congruence rule. Okay, we shall discuss exercise 5.1. So first question is, in a quadrilateral ACBD, AC is equal to AD, AC is equal to AD, so mark is given here, and AB bisects angle A, so AB bisects angle A, so this angle. Okay, show that triangle ABC congruent to triangle ABD. Okay, so this is the symbol which represents two triangles are congruent. Okay, symbol for congruent triangles. We have to show that triangle ABC congruent to triangle ABD. What can you say about BC and BD? So now, given that AC is equal to BD and AB bisects angle A, so that means bisects means it divides into equal half. So that means if this is 60 degree, then 30-30. If this is 90 degree, 45-45. Okay, so that is the meaning of AB bisects angle B. So that means equal angles these two are. Show that triangle ABC congruent to triangle ABD. Okay, so solution. First we will write given things. Given AC is equal to BD and angle CAB is equal to angle DAB. So bisects, which means these two angles are equal. Okay. To prove, what we have to prove? Triangle ABC congruent to triangle ABD. Okay, proof. So in okay, whenever you have to prove two triangles are congruent, so we have to consider in the beginning, in the triangle ABC and triangle ABD. Okay, so we have to prove these two triangles are congruent. So in the first statement should be in the triangle ABC and triangle ABD. Always whenever you want to show that these two are congruent. In triangle ABC and triangle ABD, two triangles, AC is equal to AD. AC belongs to ABC, AD belongs to ABD. So these two are equal, sides are equal, because given the reason. And also angles are equal. Angle CAB is equal to angle BAD or DAB, because it is also given. Okay, so here it is given. So in two triangles, these two are equal, and AB is equal to AB because common side. AB is side for ABC as well as ABD. So this is common for both the triangles. So therefore we can write AB is equal to AB common. So therefore from these three, what we can see is side, angle, side, side, angle, side. SAS congruence rule. Using SAS congruence rule, we can say that these two triangles are congruent. Therefore, according to SAS congruence rule, triangle ABC congruent to triangle ABD. So this is how we prove that two triangles are congruent using SAS congruence rule or ASA congruence rule. Okay, then there is one more question. What can you say about BC and BD? BC and BD. So definitely these two are corresponding sides, because when you consider ABC and ABD, these two sides are equal and this is a common side. So remaining sides are BC and BD. Okay, since these two triangles are congruent, we have proved here, so therefore BC must be equal to BD. So therefore what we can say, final conclusion, so BC is equal to BD. Okay, because CPCT, corresponding parts of congruent triangles, so corresponding all the parts will be equal. Similarly, you can say that these two angles are equal and these two angles are equal using this concept. Second example, ABCD is a quadrilateral in which AD is equal to BC and angle DAB is equal to angle CBA. Prove that triangle ABD congruent to triangle BAC. Second one, BD is equal to AC. Third one, angle ABD is equal to angle BAC. So given that ABCD is quadrilateral. Quadrilateral means so which has four sides. Okay, in which AD is equal to BC. AD and BC are equal. So mark is given here. These two are equal in length. And angle DAB, so this angle is equal to angle CBA. So this angle. Okay, so first we will write given things. Given AD is equal to BC and angle DAB is equal to angle CBA. Okay, so we have to prove all these three things. So first one, we will prove these two triangles are congruent. So in triangle ABD and triangle BAC, we have to prove these two triangles are congruent. So we will consider in these two triangles. So in these two triangles, what we see, AD is equal to BC, ABD and BAC, these two are triangles. So here AD is a side for ABD and BC is a side for BAC. These two are equal. So the reason is given. So given that these two are equal, and angle BAD, or we will write like this only, so that what is given, DAB is equal to CBA, angle DAB is equal to angle CBA. This is also given. Okay, so here, see here, so I'll explain once again. So about this angle DAB is angle in the first triangle ABD. Okay, DAB is angle in the first triangle, and CBA is angle in the second triangle. Okay, so these two are equal, so because it is given, okay, given in the problem. Then you can see that AB is common to both the triangles ABD as well as BAC. So therefore AB is equal to AB common. Okay, so common side of triangle. So therefore from these 3 points, what we can say, sides are equal, angle and sides. So definitely the angle is included here. Okay, side angle is in between these two sides. So here also side angle is included. So therefore using SAS congruence rule, so therefore according to SAS congruence rule, what we can say, triangle ABD congruent to triangle BAC. So this is the proof for first question. Okay, second one, we have to prove BD is equal to AC. Okay, so BD is equal to AC, we have to show that. So now, so using the same proof, so in the last proof we have proved that triangle BAD or ABD is congruent to BAC, Here AC and BD are the sides of these two triangles. Okay, so sides of these two triangles. Since these two triangles are congruent, their corresponding sides are also equal. So that means we have proved that ABD and BAC are equal. So that means AC will be equal to BD because corresponding sides of congruent triangles. Okay, because AB is AB and AD is equal to BC. So therefore third side is BD, that must be equal to AC using CPCT. Okay, so that is BD is equal to AC. So because CPCT of 1. So 1 means the first proof, okay, of 1. CPCT, corresponding parts of congruent triangles of the first result. Then third question is angle ABD is equal to angle BAC. Angle ABD is equal to angle BAC, that we have to prove. So here also you can see that in the triangle ABD, angle ABD is one of the three angles. Okay, similarly BAC is also angle from second triangle. So these two angles are also come in the same these two triangles, which we have proved that they are congruent. So therefore here also we can make use of CPCT. So therefore angle ABD is equal to angle BAC because CPCT of 1 again. So corresponding angles will be also will be equal, right? So therefore, so this is how we prove or solve the second problem.